Hi, so in the previous part I showed you how to use the Lego list component. Now I will show you how to implement Pagination with it. So this component is actually built on top of React Native flat list. So all the props which are supported in flat list are also supported in Lego React Native list. So before starting we have to have a constructor. So we will have a state also. So in this state we will have attributes like loading server data and a flag called fetching from servers. So first we first of all we have a flag for loading. So it will actually indicate the loading state. So it will be used while loading the data for the first time. Then we have server data. It is data source for the flat list. And then we have a flag called fetching from server. So it also shows the loading state, but it is used while loading more data from the API. So in this example we are also going to integrate with an API. So this is our constructor. Now we will have to have, so we will using this component did mount. So it is a lifecycle method of the React. So in which, first of all, let me make it async. Okay, so now that response is equal to fetch, and over here we will have our API. So this is our API. We will also need to have an offset. So offset is nothing but a page number. So I will define it in this constructor only. So this dot offset is equal to 1. Okay. So then use await over here. Response JSON equal to await response. So we will check that if it has a property called items in it. So I'll check for it. If it is there, then we will increase the offset page by 1. This set state. So we will combine the data which is fetched from the server to our local state server data. So it is adding the new data with the old one. And the data array. We will also set the loading as false. Okay. So we can do one thing, that we can extract this code and make it a separate function. So make a separate function called load data from API. Okay, I'll paste my server code over here, and okay, so we will need to do one more thing. I will also change the fetching from server flag to true. And then in the callback I will paste this code over here. So it will first change the fetching from flag server to 2, and then it will do the fetching of the data. In this we also have to set the fetching from server flag to true. Sorry, to false. I think so. This should work. Okay. So let's call this API directly over here. Okay. Now we will also need to have to show an activity indicator. For the timing, I'm removing this code from here. So for the first time loading, we will have an activity indicator. So activity indicator is a component of React Native, which will show us a loader when we are first time fetching the data from the server. So let the size of the loader be large. Okay, I need to import it over here. Create indicator. Okay. I need to wrap it in round brackets. Okay. Now we need to have one more thing to do. So after loading, we need to show our Lego list view. Okay. So items on this one will be our server data. Let's give it a style. So on the style sheet, we have a grid view over here. So let's change this name to list for now. And I say width as 100%. So styles dot. So now we need to show how the list child will display in the list. So there will be a view and there will be a text. In the text we will show the item ID and we'll show the item login name. Okay. So now we need to also pass some styles to this view and text. So style, let's define it for now like this. So let's say it as styles dot item, and let's say this as style dot text. So we will actually make two styles in our style sheet. So let's remove this and add some style over here, adding, let's give padding of 10. And for text we can give size of 15 plus color to be black. Okay. So we will have an item child with a view and with the text in it, which will show the item ID and item login name. So next step will be to show a separator in between the items. So there is a prop, like I said that we can use prop of flat list also. So there is a prop in flat list called item separator component. So I'll just okay. View style should be styles dot separator. Okay. Okay. So we will define a style in a style sheet for the separator. So separator style. So height we will give it as 0.5. Background color I'll give it GBA 0, 0, 0, 0.4. Okay. So now for the pagination, so we will use this prop of flat list called on and reached. So whenever the list will reach its end, so it will trigger this callback and we will trigger the hit of a API. So whenever it reaches end, so we will call load data from API, so it will actually load more data. Then we will also give a threshold, so on and reach threshold to be 10. So on and reach threshold actually means that whenever there are 10 items left on the bottom of the view, so it will trigger this callback. So we will do it as 5 or make it 0.5. So 0.5 means that whenever there is the last element and we have just scrolled to the half of it, then it will call the REST API. We can do it as one. Okay. So let's check once we don't need this anymore. We can remove it. Okay, we will fix one more thing, that is So actually I forgot to change this flag. And we will do one more thing to give it a background color of white. Let's check. Okay, so we have our items, and as we scroll down, so more items are coming. Okay, now let's run it again. Okay, now let's run it. Okay, now let's run it. Okay, so it has, and so I'll show you. So let me reload it once. So like this, it will show an activity loader, and then it will show or display the data. So this is a kind of infinite scrolling that we have. So whenever, like I said in on and reached, so whenever it reaches the end, so it will actually request for more data. And we have also set a threshold in our app.js for once, so whenever there is one item less from the bottom of the list, it will pull for more data. So this is how you can implement pagination in it, and that's it. Thank you.